Hello, this is Edwin Dearborn, another edition of Caffeinated Content. And once again, I'm coming to you from my kitchen, but we're talking about great business ideas over that hot cup of coffee. I'm fortunate today that I get to work from home, make my phone calls, reach out to people, and continue to write on my next book. But I wanted to talk to you about real examples of connections I've made through Facebook and LinkedIn. Now, in the past, some people have accused me, Ed, you spend way too much time on social media. But the actual fact is, my biggest opportunities have come about through social media. And I want to give you two examples. Example A is someone that I met on LinkedIn. His name also happens to be Ed. And we met about 5 years ago. I was very busy building my connections on LinkedIn. I reached out to him. I grabbed his email address and I put it in my email database. And if you're in my email, you know that I send regular content to those people on my email list. Well, he had been receiving my emails and seeing my posts on LinkedIn for about a year, and he reached out to me and he said, I really love your content and I love the fact that you're consistent with your content. One day I want to work with you. Well, nothing happened at that point. And I continued to drip content on him through social media and email. And about 9 months later, he reached out to me and he goes, you know what? I think it's time to work with you. You're the guy. I can tell through your content, through your video, you're the person that's going to help me elevate my brand. So again, I originally met that person through LinkedIn. He became a client of mine, paid me some money, and we partnered on a venture. And that venture went on and off for a number of years. But recently we got back together again. And I introduced him to somebody who I met through an introduction through Facebook. So here I am with Ed, met on LinkedIn, then later on met somebody through Facebook, and I saw an opportunity for us three together to work. So I made the introduction, and guess what? Within a matter of days or weeks, I'll be closing the largest contract in the history of my company. Get that. The largest contract in the history of the company is coming about from two people. One that I met on LinkedIn about 5 years ago and continue to stay in contact with my content. And then someone I was introduced through, somebody that I met on Facebook. So without being on LinkedIn or Facebook, I would not be putting together my largest contract in the history of my company. That's scenario one. Scenario two. I now sit as a board member on a company called ROM3. How did I get that opportunity? I'm now not only someone who's on the board of a company that's growing and very successful, but I'm also a shareholder. Well, I met somebody on Facebook who was consuming my content and was seeing my content over and over and over on Facebook. And she went and told her husband, hey, I think Edwin's the right guy to bring on the team to help consult us about marketing and PR. And so the introduction was made. And at first I was hired on as a consultant, right? Being paid an hourly wage. And I consulted for a number of years. But as I continued to consult, the trust in me grew. And I helped resolve some major challenges within the company that then became major opportunities. And about a year and a half ago, I was offered a position on the board and an increase of stocks. Moreover, that company is now creating additional companies, which I'm now been given additional shares in that company. And hopefully within a matter of a year or two or three, who knows, that company will go public and or be acquired, and my stocks, which number quite a bit, are going to be worth a lot of money. And again, this second opportunity came about by putting out content on Facebook on a routine basis and connecting with individuals. Now, those are two of 10 centers of influence that I've met. And 70% of those centers of influence, or COIs, I have met either directly through social media or because I was introduced by someone that I was connected to on social media. Get that, 70% of my opportunities were introduced to me directly or indirectly through my content on social media. And two of the best opportunities directly came from people that I connected with on social media. So the question is, can you build $1 million business through social media? Absolutely. Can you make incredible connections 1 or 2 degrees away because of your activity on social media? Without a question. I stand here as a testament. I have opportunities sitting right now in my lap because I was active on a consistent, daily, even hourly basis on building my connections, increasing the quantity of my connections, while also increasing the quality of my content and the distribution of it to those people that I was connected to. If you'd like to have similar success, why don't you partner with me? Why don't you connect with me? Let me help you build your strategy on how to leverage the power of social media to build your brand, create more connections, distribute content, and massively increase your opportunities for success and wealth. This is Edwin Dearborn. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.